Hi everyone, my name is Leah Wagner, a little bit shorter than Susan, and I'm the co-owner of Foundroot. Foundroot started as a seasonal online retailer with the goal of bringing better seeds to Alaskan gardens. You see, there's this huge hurdle when becoming an Alaskan gardener, and we wanted to remove that. We wanted Alaskans to feel like they could grow their own food in whatever way they were able to. We believe that all food production, down to a windowsill herb garden, has inherent value in our food security. Beyond this, 93% of the diversity in our seed supply was lost during the 20th century. What that means is that many of the varieties that thrive in places like Alaska literally no longer exist. The Alaskan market is a relatively small one, and many of the varieties we need are in low demand. Even the seeds we currently have could easily be replaced by more popular ones that may not meet our needs. Foundroot only sells open pollinated seeds, which means that any home gardener can save the seeds from what we sell. All our seeds have been tested and proven for Alaskan conditions, so we quickly became a one-stop shop for northern seeds. But our intention was always to start breeding Alaskan seeds. My husband was born and raised in Anchorage, and we moved our business and our lives from Palmer, considered by many to be the breadbasket of Alaska, to Haines 5 years ago because we believed it was a better climate to do this work. Seeds become adapted to the climate that they're grown in. By breeding seeds at 59 degrees north, we can develop varieties that tolerate cool temperatures, long days, short seasons, and the other nuances of northern growing. We chose to use a small market gardening model for our farm. While modern industrial agriculture produces large amounts of food by using vast swaths of land, market gardening focuses on human-scale production and high efficiency. This model is especially relevant to Southeast Alaska, where arable land is at a premium. We started farming to test our varieties, show the potential of northern food production, and provide for our community. As it turns out, there's also a serious demand for local produce, herbs, and flowers here in Southeast Alaska, so we started doing that too. In 8 years, we've sent upwards of 16,000 seed packets to over 65 different Alaskan communities and throughout the lower 48. 2 seasons ago, we got our farm operational and began growing our own seeds, and in our 2020 catalog, we have 9 varieties that were grown on our farm. In the upcoming season, we'll be serving 1 retailer, 1 caterer, 2 distilleries, 2 restaurants, a florist, and a rafting outfitter in Haines and Juneau with our fresh products from the farm. We talk about food sovereignty more than food security at Foundroot. A closed-loop system of growing from seed, producing food, and then saving seeds holds the potential for communities to be self-reliant. The more diversity there is in our seed supply and the more widely distributed these seeds are, the more resilient our food system becomes. The Foundroot model of intensive market gardening in conjunction with open pollinated seeds could serve as a blueprint for regenerative closed-loop agricultural systems throughout Alaska and in isolated regions throughout the world. Foundroot has been a very slow and steady project, building carefully along the way, but this work wasn't done in a vacuum. When we had a surplus of produce and flowers from the farm last summer, we began shipping product over to Juneau. Alaska seaplanes kept us going, getting fresh, fragile products down the fjord and right into the refrigerator twice a week like clockwork. They communicated changes in flight schedule, curiously asking us what was coming out of the ground that week. They always allowed us to expand our reach and potential in ways that we couldn't have anticipated on our own. They're who take our seeds and now our produce out of Haines and who brought me here safely so I could be here with you today. So thank you. Alaska Marine Lines has brought us our tractor and endless other supplies. They sponsor our fair and community events, provide reliable jobs, and serve in no small way as the lifeline of our town. We couldn't have set up our farm without you. I cried a lot when I practiced this. When my husband threw out his back running that tractor, Search took good care of him and made sure he'd get back to work and keep our business and livelihood going. Healthcare is really difficult for small business owners, and you helped us feel safe and well during very physically demanding work. The McDowell Group's economic studies on Haines show the value of burgeoning agricultural industry in our town. You've quantified the struggles young people and entrepreneurs face in Haines, giving us much more than a leg to stand on. When we call Alaska Airlines to sort out our many misconnections, a real human being answers the phone, just like when people call our business, and usually quite quickly, and they're incredibly kind and willing to help us. Thank you for having programs that allow us to visit our customers in distant parts of the state and seeing our family without it being cost prohibitive to the little guys like us. The Alaska Seafood Marketing Institute's Eat Alaska campaign provided free recipes at our farm stand that encouraged new customers to try our produce, increased our sales, and added beauty and value to our shop. Thank you for making Alaskan food look so good. Senator Jesse Keel came canvassing to the door of my yurt. Yes, I live in a yurt. My husband sheepishly told him that he didn't know anything about his campaign and asked him to name one thing that he wanted to work on. Jesse named the ferry system. So we both voted for Mr. Keel, and last week he came through for us in a really big way. Thank you. Thank you for going to bat for our friends and community members so they could get back to work, be with their families, and make sure their homes were safe as we continue to weather this storm. And of course, there is the work that Spruce Root and the Sea Alaska Corporation have done that deserves so much more than a thank you with the Path to Prosperity program. We're so deeply grateful to have been part of this experience. It's truly changed our business and our lives in ways that we don't yet know. Foundroot believes that food brings people together. Our greatest celebrations and the comfort for our deepest sadness are centered around the dining table. Food marks our cultural heritage, the holidays we share, the place we call home. It's our connection, our words when we have none, and the simplest and most universal sign of love. Everybody needs to eat. Thank you for bringing us home, keeping us well, making sure we're safe, have the supplies we need to live in this wild land, keeping us connected, and being part of our community. We hope that as Foundroot grows, we're able to feed more of Alaska, and you can rely on us too. Thank you so much.